So I'm going to use this schematic diagram of a cross-section of a premature brain to show you, illustrate the two types of brain injury that we were talking about. This is, as I said, a cross-section of the brain. This is the cortical gray matter. This is deep gray matter. This is white matter. This is the ventricular system that contains the cerebral spinal fluid. And this is the germinal matrix, which is a very vascular area where the precursors of neurons develop. So it's a very important site. The first type of hemorrhage is germinal matrix. So that's hemorrhage in either one or both sides, inferior to the ventricles. Part of that type is also intraventricular hemorrhage, or blood in the ventricles mixed with the spinal fluid. So you have germinal matrix and or intraventricular hemorrhage. And those are illustrated in these specimens that are from babies who have died, that are cross-sections of an actual brain that show these. This is the germinal matrix section, hemorrhage here. These are the ventricles. And in this one, this is germinal matrix hemorrhage as well as blood in the ventricles. So the first type of injury that's detected by ultrasound is germinal matrix and or intraventricular hemorrhage.
And we found that this form of brain injury was particularly associated with obsessive compulsive disorder and major depressive disorder at adolescence.
Now the more severe type of brain injury, I'm going to show the same schematic. The more severe type of brain injury involves one of two things, or both. One is just an enlargement of these spaces in the brain, which wouldn't seem bad, except that this enlargement represents loss of brain parenchyma. So that it represents injury that you really can't see, but you've had some atrophy of this area and the ventricles get bigger to fill up the space. And then the other type in this more severe form is what we call paraventricular lesions, which are out in this area here. And these kind of lesions can be either infarcts, where like a stroke, or they can be hemorrhages. And I don't have an illustration of the ventricular dilatation, but on this specimen we see a good illustration of hemorrhage extending into the parenchymal white matter of the brain.
And this form of injury we found was particularly associated with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and tic disorders in adolescents.